Hey guys, Julian here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make and use effects in your tracks that sound something like this. And yeah, so what I'm going to be doing in this video is I've got this project file here in front of me which has no effects. It's got a little build up and then a little drop, and I'm going to be using this new sample pack that I just dropped. The link to this is right at the top of the description. This is called Definitive Track Effects Volume 1. What it is it's 50 effects samples that you can use in your tracks. There's all different kinds of effects. We've got, stuff like that. More like white noisy type effects. We have like just straight up drops and builds. Everything that you need to add effects to your track is available in this pack. The link to this is right at the top of the description. This is a really great way to support me. If you guys have been enjoying these videos, the sample packs really help me so I can keep making you guys videos and keep really showing you guys new stuff every day. But what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking this pack and using different effects from this in this track to finish it and give it all the effects we need and show you guys how to do this on your own. So like I said, you can get this pack in the description, and it also includes this free mastering rack as well as this free stereo widening rack. So you really get a lot of things here that you need to finish your tracks and give them that final professional touch. But yeah, I want to make a video like this. You guys have requested a bunch that I make something where I break down how to add effects to your tracks, how to transition, and just how to make those little details, but how to make them really work well so that it sounds professional and so that everything is as full as it can be. So today, I'm going to be showing you how to do that using this track. So, I'll play this for you. Here's the track as I have it right now with no effects. You can see, it's a pretty standard techno build-up. It feels like it's missing something. It's building. And then it drops pretty nicely. It's pretty powerful when it hits. But same deal there, it feels like it's missing something. And so I'm going to take the effects from this pack and I'm going to show you how you could take a track like this and use effects to make it really build nicely and really have a powerful tension and release with the build up or with the breakdown and the drop. So the first thing I would do at this stage where we have the track but we don't have any effects is I would start off with like the broad strokes first. So what that would look like here would be like, okay, we need a big riser for when it's building and then a big for when it hits. So we're gonna get this sample actually, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unwarp it really quick, and then we're gonna take this build up sweep, and I'll actually just put that on its own track just to make it easy. We're gonna have that like in the build up like that, and then this will be right when it drops here. So then I'll just do a little bit of fades on those and just make sure that everything's really smooth and cool. So now we have like a nice build up, and then when this drops here, nice. And then what we'll do is I'm gonna put a little bit, I have my kick set up here where you can see I have like the main kick there. So what I'm gonna do now is I'll just sidechain this to my kick. And there we go. Now that kind of fits into the track a little bit more. We can also, usually I'll put like a little bit of reverb before the side chain. And then that one before the drop already sounds good. We don't really need to add any reverb or anything like that. But I'll also talk a little bit about like something that I think is important with the tension and release with these kinds of tracks is not just having like a build up and then a drop, but having a little bit of space in between. So here we have, for example, a bar right here. You can see from bar 16 up to bar 17, there's nothing. It literally just stops. And this is really important because what's happening now is you're getting something that's pretty loud and pretty full, and then it just stops for a second, and then when it comes back in, it's even bigger. And that dynamic is really important in terms of tension and release. Like, again, it's not just having a build-up and having something to drop at the end, but it's also about having like that space there and making sure the flow of everything really works. Like, I don't think it's always just about adding effects. I think a lot of times it comes down to just little stuff like that, like just having like that little space there so that the drop is going to be more powerful when it comes back in. So that's the first thing I would go ahead and do there, is I would get these effects like right for the build up and then right when it drops there. The next thing I'd probably go about doing is I would go in here and add some kind of effect like right at the start here, and maybe something at the end here when this is transitioning. So we could just grab maybe like a little, like that one's nice for the end there. We can just take that and warp it or unwarp it. I usually like to keep my effects pretty much unwarped, and then we can just put that like that. Cool, and then that gives us something subtle there, and then we can also drop something like right at the start here. Let's do this one. Yeah, there we go. So now we really have like our main effects in here. You know, we have stuff at least just to say like, hey, this is the start of the breakdown, and we have our build-ups. We have when it drops as well. So this is like the most basic level of effects that I think is important to have in your track. The next level I would go to would be adding some more sort of like background effects, usually like every 8 bars or so. So what that would look like here would be, maybe we could have like this here, like we'll find like some stuff like that that's a little bit less in your face. Maybe, yeah, let's use that one at the end of 8 bars there. And then let's actually just make that longer. There we go. And then I'll put that in the drop too. Like at the end of 8 bars in the drop, we'll have that. Nice. And then let's also get that in tune really quick. There we go. And I'll put a little bit of delay on that too, like on its own. There we go. So now you're having something not just like right on the one, but now there's something that's going to kind of come in that just feels a bit more kind of open and free. Because it's not like right on, okay, here's the start of the break, or here's the start of this part. It's kind of just coming in. It feels a bit more random, but as you can see, it's pretty methodical here. And this is really going to bring your track to life, you know. This is one of those things that really makes a difference between like an okay track and a professional track, is having these little different effects here. And I would usually do something every 4 bars too. Like, you know, we could get another one, maybe like I like this one, and then I'll just turn it up a bunch. We'll grab like this little piece of it. Let's try a different one. Yeah, like something like that can be really cool. And then we just turn it down a lot. And then we'll put that in this part too. And then that part. And then that part. So now this is happening like every 4 bars, every 8 bars, if that makes any sense. But now you see this stuff really carries the track along. You're just having these little effects here and there. And you'll also see, I try to make sure there's no overlapping effects. So like here, this is fine to have those two. But here, like I could have this hit there. But we're not going to have that playing at the same time as that FX19 there. And yeah, so now the track moves along a lot nicer. And then the last layer of effects I would typically do is I'm going to put something right before the drop. Like maybe... Let's take this little vocal one because that sounds cool. And then we unwarp it. And I'll just like turn it up a bunch. Just take like a piece of it actually. There we go, or maybe we could get creative with it and like reverse that there. Put some reverb on it. And yeah, there we go. So that is how I would go about taking a track and adding effects to it to make it sound really exciting and full and give it that kind of building tension and release while bringing the track to life as well. Again, this is the layer that's really going to give it movement and kind of make the track feel like it's being pulled along to keep it exciting and keep everything going. So yeah, that's going to be it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed. As always, make sure to like this video as well as subscribe, and let me know what you think of this video in the comments. Like I said in the beginning, you can get my new pack, Definitive Track Effects Volume 1, in the description on my Bandcamp. It's right at the top of the description. You can't miss it. This is a great way to support me, guys. And with this, you get 50 individual effects samples. So this is really like the definitive collection of effects that you would need for your tracks. That's what I was trying to make here. It's just a great library of effects that can work for a lot of different styles and can work as sort of like your definitive library to where you're not going to need to go and pull effects from a million different places. You can just get this one pack, have everything you need in one place, and make your tracks sound better than they would if you were using all those other different sample packs. You also, with this pack, get the free definitive mastering rec and my ultimate stereo widening rec, so you can really bring your track to life and add that extra level of dimension and everything. So yeah, link to this is at the top of the description. If you guys are enjoying these videos, again, this is a really great way to support me while also keeping all this, getting some great samples to work with for yourself. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed. As always, make sure to like this video as well as subscribe, and let me know what you think of this video in the comments, and I will see you tomorrow with another video.